Hey guys, good morning. Wanted to share some older information with you that's very important that nobody's sharing. Roughly around, could have been around 2010, that was when Shabibi had come out telling us that two currencies will coexist together for a period of 10 years. Okay? So, what I have found for you is two articles telling you that two currencies will coexist together and that the original currency. Now, the two currencies are the larger denoms, which are currently in circulation. Now, keep in mind, back when the larger denoms came out in '04, they also released coins with it. But because the currency has almost no value back then, back then it was 4,000 per dollar in '04. The coins were of no use and served no purpose. So they removed those from circulation. Remember, just in the last 2 weeks, recent articles coming out about coins told you that most countries that have coins they said they have coins in circulation, but at a higher exchange rate. So again, that's why today they have no coins. So these articles are telling you that two currencies will coexist together, and then what they tell you is that over time, one of the two currencies will be withdrawn from circulation. In that case, that's going to be the larger notes regarding Iraq. Okay, so what it also means is this: you have to look at what China has done. China is in the process they're going to remove their current currency, the rial, and they're replacing it with the toman. Okay, what does that mean? That means in Iran's case, Iran will not have two currencies coexisting. Iran is physically using one to replace another, which means anyone who invested in it is completely screwed and up a creek. Okay, because the rial and Ryan is being replaced with the toman because they're devaluing it. They're not going to increase their exchange rate. Okay, and I wanted to use that to help answer a question. Yesterday, someone had asked and said, "Hey, I heard from other gurus that the lower denoms needed to be released before they could increase the exchange rate." Okay, the way that question was asked, or whoever guru told the person that they can't release lower denoms before increasing the rate. If they do, it's a devaluation. If they release lower denoms before increasing the exchange rate, it's a currency devaluation. So that can't happen. The lower denoms have to be released and put into circulation at the same time the rate changes. Otherwise, it's a currency devaluation. So let's give you an example. Let's say that the rate changes on a Sunday morning. That's when they'll offer the lower denoms at the same time on that Sunday morning. Okay, so everything's just going to happen at the same time, not one before another. So that's where we're at. So they basically, with Iraq, they're going to have two currencies coexisting together. So you'll have a 25K note and a 25 note coexisting together. And guys, they're not going to have the same value, okay? Because two currencies will coexist together. A 25K, let's say the rate, let's do another example. Let's say the rate is $3, okay? So you'll have, at that point, if the rate was $3, the 25K note would be worth 75,000, and the 25 note would be worth 75 US dollars. Okay, there's your two examples. So because people keep coming up with weird ideas and blowing this out of just coming up with weird ideas, and you don't have to do that. Just keep it simple. Okay. So yes, two currencies will coexist together with independent, separate values. Again, if the rate was $3, a 25K note would be worth 75,000 US dollars if the rate was $3, and a 25 note would be worth 75 US dollars. Okay, guys, it's that simple. And then what they'll do is over a period of time, whether it be, for example, they did tell us they'll coexist together for 10 years. In my opinion, but keep in mind that was 10 years ago, and that does seem a little too long, in my opinion. Maybe 2 years is more of a better example. Anyway, over that period of time, they'll withdraw the large notes and get them out of circulation. It's that simple, guys. So anyway, here's your 2 articles telling you 2 currencies will coexist together. Again, that means they're going to have separate values. Okay? You guys have a great day.
Iraq planning currency redenomination. February 6, 2010 Baghdad. The Iraqi central bank is planning to redenominate the national currency in an effort to ease transactions and allow people to carry less paper money. RFERL's Radio Free Iraq, RFI, reports. Mudir Mohammed Saleh, a member of a central bank advisory panel, told RFI that a plan has been made to remove 3 zeros from the currency and phase out the current banknotes late this year. Saleh said by the end of 2010 the new banknotes will be fully introduced while the old banknotes will be gradually removed from circulation. He did not specify when the new notes would be issued. Both will be legal tender in Iraq until the old notes are completely withdrawn. Iraqi officials have had a long-running plan to redenominate the Iraqi dinar. In 2006, the finance ministry recommended to the central bank that it carry out such a plan. Saleh pointed out that banks are having a hard time accepting cash savings and deposits, but by dropping the zeros it will make it easier for both the banks to deal with their customers and for the general public to carry money. He said some 80% of Iraq's money supply is cash in circulation. Saleh added that in 1990 the value of banknotes in circulation was about 25 billion Iraqi dinars but is currently some 25 trillion dinars. Economic analyst Hilal Al-Tahan told RFI that the bank's move is overdue. He said he expects the currency change to go smoothly because of the decision to allow both the old and new banknotes to coexist, leading to less turbulence in the economy. 2 currencies coexist together and gradual replacement. Central bank, time, delete the zeros. Start end of the year. Baghdad, Ahmed Saleh Khan. CBI begins the end of the year and gradually replace the currency now in circulation a new currency which is zeros deleted within the strategy to reform the monetary system started in 2005. Okay, this statement is obvious intent that there is a valuation of the dinar coming. They are going to reissue new denims as we did explain already with the zeros deleted. Common sense tells you that you aren't going to carrying around over 1,000 dinar notes to make up for the 1K note or 1,005 dinar notes to equal a 5K note and so on. Bank consultant and announced the appearance of Mohammed Saleh told Time on that the bank has completed 50% of a strategy switch in and out. Delete the zeros of the nominal value of the new currency while retaining the cash value and purchasing power, said that the replacement process will be gradually and spontaneously high and without fanfare. As will be there are 2 currencies to trade at the same time go hand in hand, but that the purchasing power of the new currency will remain fixed. Saleh said, there are multiple advantages of this strategy, including ease of trading between the citizens and facilitate the work of banks, counting, sorting, and stand on the counterfeit currency and to facilitate transactions of the citizens with the banks on the deposits and withdrawals in addition to facilitating the process of monetary reform after hitting a currency issued in circulation now 25 trillion dinars, while in 1990 was about 25 billion dinars and this in itself calls for the deletion of zeros. In the answer to a question by Time, whether the central bank has set a deadline for the replacement of the currency said, we did not define the ceiling until now that the matter is still under study and the reality of work at that time will decide how long the replacement process. Responding to another question about the Iraqi currency held abroad and how to replace it, the right of a citizen is to remove the $200,000 dinars and he could only replace it like any ordinary citizen here in Iraq, either from abroad. The banks in the States would be responsible to us of the assets of our currency. He pointed out that a media campaign will precede and guide the process in order to raise public awareness of the importance of this and that our banks and will all be ready to provide all facilities to the citizens and emphasize once again that the process does not affect absolute quiet in the market. Also note that many countries replace their currency and benefit from their experiences in this area, including Turkey, Russia, Brazil and others.